our company, our product, and something about the knife history. I think you will be quite interested in it. In, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Children Channel. I'm your host today, Chelsea, and welcome to Children Channel. And as you see behind me, it is our company name and company logo. You can see from our decoration room that we are selling knife products, and you know I think it's really quite interesting that we are going to use YouTube platform to connect with our potential customers. It is our first try, so I hope I will get your support. I think it's really a good error or a worse error. No. I think everybody now is really strong to have their own idea to develop into reality. I think it is a really good period for individuals to start their own company. And I think in this area, with all the digital market and platforms, everybody can use the platform to promote their value, promote their ideas, right? So I think the organization will change dramatically. And as we are children, I think you may be wondering why we have this name. If any of you is familiar with Chinese culture, I think it will be very easy for you to understand why this children. And I have searched in the YouTube channel. There are several children companies in this platform. I think they're different. Some of them are making other products, I guess, and we are knife manufacturers. Children means that before we will say win-win relationship, right? You win, I win, both win. And now we promote this philosophy is that children, everybody wins. We act, everybody wins in this situation. Globalization is underway, so I think not just two sides are involved in this process, but everybody is involving, right? So I think in some period in the future, there are really a lot of things will change. Not only the way we do business, but the way we communicate with each other. These days there are a lot of things going on online. More and more people are joining events online, and we even study shopping or all kinds of things. Even we can do remote work. Is that even though I'm in a 5-tier city like my hometown, I can still do a job in the 1-tier city with online networking. Because nowadays I think the software is really it's really very convenient for people to just stay online and do things together. So the remote working mode is really popular in some of my friends' companies. And now, digital market like e-commerce platform like YouTube, I think it can attract more people who are really want to find some valuable stuff. So I like the YouTube channel, because I think through YouTube channel we can connect with someone who is really want to do valuable things, not just for fun, right? I don't know. We also need to do things for fun, but we also need to create value for people at the same time. Then we have fun. E-commerce is really popular in China too. There are a lot of apps like Douyin, Kuaishou, even some traditional e-commerce platform like Taobao, Jingdong, Tmall, they also start to have their channel of short video making and live broadcasting. It really changed the way people do business and people shopping. And but the essence, I think it won't change. People will gather because they have something in common. They have some common recognition or something. Like if they, I think people will start to have some emotions on some brand. If they like the brand, they will buy things from this broadcaster or from this channel, right? Not just because of the product. I think now the influence is really important for people because people nowadays we are too rich, so we want to achieve something about mental wellness, you know. So people will buy things that they have some emotion reliance on. For example, why people like Li Ziqi, I think she represents something like people want to go back to that state that we are near the nature. We are we we grow things to eat like our ancestors. People want to back to the nature state. They want to connect with the real self because with all those going on, we have so many conveniences of life, but we lose ourselves in this process. You know, we just get lost. So I think e-commerce sometimes it helps to boost our business because it is beyond the physical location. We can reach everybody from a computer, right? From an app, as long as we are connected in one platform. So it is really a great convenience for people to reach out to their potential customers. But at the same time, I think people will become quite shallow, and a lot of people will think maybe I post some pictures and cheat my customers to believe me that I am a real person. I'm a real person who's doing a real business. I think too many people are liars, so it makes the truth are really rare. So I think the way I do business is that I want to be real. I want to be sincere to my customers because I don't want to cheat people to believe me that I just want to have a short-term relationship. I want to have a long-lasting relationship with my clients, right? That's also what we are trying to do here. We want to represent honesty, integrity, and in exchange. I think we all want to make money, but making money is not a goal. The goal is to collect value, to improve the production capacity for others, to be beneficial to others. So it is a little boring to just talk like this. Maybe we should talk about some product, right? Oh, after I have bullshit so many things, maybe I should tell you my company, Win. So, Win is a company has 20 years of experience, 20 years, not many company has 20 years experience in foreign trade. So this company can survive so many years, it means it has something to grasp. And I think I don't want to cheat you because we are in a spy city. We are trying to offer the best product for you and offer you the most satisfying products for you. People just people just come and go, but value will stay, right? I think I learned this from Warren Buffett. They always invest in stuff that increase the value, even though the value maybe is um, not seen by many people, but in the long run, the market will show it's a real price. So as for our company, I think we can do OEM or we can find the satisfying product for you because we knives is not we're not only just selling knives, we're also selling something about some emotions contains in here is that we want to we want to connect with you with our product. So it's not just a simple knife. It is a knife that can help you to enhance your life quality. Even though it is very common in our kitchen, you know, maybe before like me, I didn't notice that much about knives, in the daily life. But ever since I work in this industry, I start to study knives, and I found out that there are really many, many amazing products that will achieve my attention. Because even though we see it really common here, but it needs a lot of process and a lot of people's effort to make it happen. From a design and to choose material and then make it into a mold. And I think that totally nice process before you make a full product. And the simplest thing you see, the complicated work it contains. I think smaller things, if we insisted to do, and we will achieve great success, right? So we always think that sometimes, um, sometimes even though we do small things, but it helps a lot. I think it's a kind of philosophy that's going on here. Um, People will always choose the simple thing and choose people who is easy to talk to. So I think we should just focus on our product and at the same time to enhance the emotions behind the product and to create some circumstance for our customer to what is that? So and I think knife is really a good friend in the daily life. If you are in knife business, I think you have different reasoning here, right? Not just because not just because of it contains some great honor. I think most people will want to make money in this industry. I think it is true. It is definitely true. If we cannot make a living out of the industry, who want to do this, right? And so I don't want to say too many beautiful words, but we can really become your best partner become your strong support for your business. The reason is that first, our company has 20 years of experience in foreign trade. You know, in Yangjiang, there are not many company companies that has 20 years of experience, and you know, also that our company has a strong support from the government, and we also really pay attention to introduce some technology um, to empower the whole industry. So you know. So it's quite a challenge for people to just stay in their country and do business abroad. And I think it is where the foreign trade is, right? We cannot just wait at home for our customers to look for us, and we need to take initiative to reach out to our customers. You know, people. I don't know whether many of you like YouTube broadcasting, but I think it's a new thing, and I always want to try new things. I think if, especially in this digital area, I think our lifestyle are changing. Um, all the things around us are changing very rapidly. Even though we like it or not, and we need to follow the steps of the new change, right? And you know, sometimes I feel like um, e-commerce will become an essential part of our life, especially when people start to make short videos and create their own channel. There are more and more people that are creating their own IP to to be a representative of some certain kind of product. I feel like it's really amazing. I knew a group of people in our city. They are really enthusiastic in creating short videos, and they will share some stories, really interesting. And I I think it really takes a lot of talent to make short videos, you know, because you want your story to attract audiences that match with your customers, right? But at the same time, you want your customers then will become your loyal customers to buy your products. And with YouTube channel, I think we not only want to sell products, but we also want to boost our influence, our power of influence, because people, even though you didn't do business with us right now, I think you will help us to improve our power of influence, right? So as you can see, we have so many tools and colorful knives in front of me. Um, People will say that, who is this pretty girl? What is she selling? And how can you sell from this channel? And and now I think it is the best era for China making products to go abroad. Foreign trade is just a smaller part of doing business to make money, but I think we need to you know we need to use our brain to attract our fans. I think China's culture is really great. It not only influence many people, but also can help people to become strong. You know, there is a time I'm really I'm really not confident, and you know, and then I start to read books of about Chinese culture, like Confucius, like 道德经, like 孟子、庄子、孙子、老子，各种子. It is really amazing thing is that I start to absorb some cultural confidence from these books. I never thought that I will gain strength and confidence and power from books. Even though books is my loyal friend during the process I grew up, but I never thought that um, because I was not literally major. I had a computer major, and after my graduation, I didn't do anything about computer programming. And I started to fall in love with literature, like Chinese culture and the book of change. And I started to feel like, wow, Chinese culture is so useful to pull people together. It never occurred me to that. It never occurred me that I can help myself by reading Chinese books. And after I found out this thing, I just I just cannot stop. And I also want to teach foreigners the Chinese culture thing. I think it will be useful to our foreigner friends too. And thanks to so many great people before us, like Xu Wenyuan, Xu Lao Xu Yanchong, Xu Lao Xinsheng. He translates so many Tang poem and song poem into English. And she has many works, and I really admire him. He passed away a couple months ago, and I feel really, really bad. Sometimes we'll think literature is useless because it cannot make money directly. But that kind of energy and power you gain from reading, it can guide you through your lifetime. If you only learn technique, I think you are just a machine. You are just a robot to make things. But if you really want to become a strong person to boost yourself in the universe, culture is very, very strong, very powerful. And people will start to think that the Chinese traditional culture is obsolete because the situation is different from the situation in the past. How can you use the wisdom from the past to guide the current situation? It's nonsense. But I think it will never be out of date because something like 学而时习之不亦乐乎. I think it will never be obsolete. It just it can be challenged by the time because the message, the idea it try to convey is it will be never out of date. They will just they will start to grow because because the way people drown in the culture atmosphere, it influences people in a silent way, but really deep and profound way. So if you really want people to change, I think it's very essential for people to know how to read, especially to foster the reading habit for people. Because only they start to start to read and grow, they will be confident. They can gain confidence from the culture. And as for Western culture, I think they are really unified because from America, Australia, Denmark, and other North Europe country and Britain, Ireland, and so on, they only use the English language. If you can speak fluent English, you can go anywhere you want. So people just people just they not only boost their confidence by reading a lot of books, but also use the Western culture to do stuff. And I think our city is quite ready for the new change. So as for our company, I think our boss will be quite tolerant for many changes too. So if you have any question in the operation team, I think you can just leave our message. And if you want us to help you find products, you can just reach out to us. We will help you as soon as possible. And even though people can, even though you are from different countries, yeah, you have different requirements, different demanding. It's quite nature for us to build a human relationship first, and then we have a projector relationship in doing business. So as for this knife, I think our designer quite happy for this knife to be made into being. It's a little bit long, and it is a knife that can cut many things. It is a colorful wooden handle, and its body is in the greatest steel, stainless steel. So, and when we holding it, it feels quite comfortable and cozy. So people will just so people will just will really like this product because um because we are also really into nice things, right? Nice, delicate things. So as for our team, I think we have a team of great designers and a team of professionals as representatives to serve you. So this is this product, and you see this really amazing knife. It's quite special. With the cat also has a blade on, and for the high technology, I think it's quite maybe it's quite strange for you. Uh, this high technology mainly used in airplane, weapon, army, and car industry. There is nobody in this channel, and if any of you enter this channel, please subscribe to our channel. We will have a lot of short videos to show what we are doing, what we are going to do, and what have been achieved in the past. And with the sushi knife, I think the Japanese people, they are very picky in dealing with products. So if they like our products, so I think you will like our products too, because Japanese people, they are quite focused on details. Yeah, sure. Mm. We'll have breaks. See you soon. 软和方言，是一个公主。上去这是不是有一条苹果线？苹果充电线是不是有一根？哪个三头的？啊，在这里。然后这根是那个 Sandy。哈哈，这男的说话也太搞笑了。他一个男的给我发了一个照片，他说那个女的长得很像我。然后我问他那个人是谁，他说那个人是谁谁谁谁。然后我问他，他是一个，我就百度了一下那个人是他，那个人是一个公主。那他就说，She is recommended by Google while I look for a new mother for my son on internet。他说这个人像我。这个这个，他说这个人像我。对啊，他叫远方，这个叫这个人，叫这个，他叫这个名字。我当时搜了他，我说她是一个公主，然后他就给我来了这么一句。难道我很适合做后妈吗？对。 有人会，我觉得有人会去网上找。Why do you look for a new mother for your son on internet? 我在咨询一个导师，他是有头马的一个导师。我跟他说，我的目标感不坚定，我经常会动摇，因为我害怕。 Hello，开始了吗？Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Children Channel. I'm your host Chelsea, and I would like to introduce you our company, our product, and something about our history. So as for our company, behind me is the company name and logo of our company, which is Children. So I know that when I search in the internet, there are a lot of Taiwanese company going on, but we are the only one that is in Yangjiang City. So if you search Taiwan Yangjiang, then you can definitely reach us. So just now I mentioned Yangjiang City. Yangjiang is a western and coastal city in Guangdong province. So I think you know that. And I would like to tell you where is Yangjiang City. Our hometown is quite beautiful, even though it is just a quite tired city, but the knife industry is quite immature. You don't need to believe me, but you need to believe some figures I tell you. For example, you know, the annual output of the whole knife industry reached out to 15 billion RMB, and it covers their domestic output like 70%, and the um, foreign change like 80%. So it's like it can be regarded as the knife capital of the world. So people will ever since they think of they want to they are in the knife business. If they want to purchase the products for them to sell in their own domestic markets, I think they will. I think the first place you have in mind is Yangjiang, right? So people, um, sometimes people will have some impression is that it is just a little small city. What's the advantage you can provide us, right? Because if your city is so small, where do you have the money? Where do you have the talents to invest in the industry? How can you uh, be 100% sure that you can offer the products that I need, right? So I think it is really a very simple question because you know we don't just start the business like one day, 1 year, or several years ago, but we started this whole industry like 40, 100 years ago. In this long history, the whole industry has evolved in a very mature industry, and we have some really famous knife makers showing up, and like He Chuanli, like Liang Jifu, you know. So people will wondering that who are they? Why I should know about them, right? You know, He Chuanli, he is really famous in making one. At that time, some famous restaurant they just have great desire to use their knife because I think it is like a great honor to have a lymphoma in their home or in the restaurant. Just like nowadays we have Apple. People, when Apple first started to come out, people will think it's very a kind of pride and honor to have one Apple cell phone. You know, so I think um, it's quite natural for you to have this imagination. Is that her China is quite a famous knife maker, right? So Liang Jifu, who has the same family name with me, and he is really talented in making jewelry. Like jewelry in my neck, and all kinds of bracelets and all kinds of things that women will like. And later on, he found that the knife industry really needs his method, so he started to make knife, and I think he's just not he didn't just success because he used this method. I think he put on very much time and effort on doing this, so he create many works, and like we now also have some of his works in our museum. It's really great masterpiece, and I strongly invite you to come to our hometown to have a look. You know, maybe after the pandemic, you can come visit us. I think if you're in this business, not into business, our hometown is the right place for you to go. And no other place that you can find that can help you to boost your business, and you can find your right partner, right? So this is who we are. So I want to tell you something like Chinese culture that contains in our brand. Yangjiang is the city of our name, right? The two right character on the on the on the right, and Chutwing, Chutwing, it contains two characters. These two characters are really amazing. Like number three, it is a really lucky number in Chinese culture because in the Book of Change, we have a sentence like one produces two, two produces three, and two produce everything. So we Chinese people, we really like numbers. Sometimes we will have some good wishes and great emotions towards some numbers like 10. 10, I think it means that we have everything, like 十全十美, right? So I really think that we Chinese people, we like to use good words to give people best wishes. So I think it is like kind of faith, you know. If we believe in that every day, we believe in that sometimes, and with the right time, with the right effort, with the right people, with the right timing, and that will become true, right? So I don't know whether in the Western countries will people have this kind of emotions on some numbers, and or some Chinese people when have some special festivals or some kind of special occasions, we will also use some greetings and nice words to give our best wishes to our friends or our family or relatives. So I'm really curious about what is that like in your country. So maybe if you are in our broadcasting room, we can have a chat on that. It is number three. So if you make friends with Chinese people, so you know the thing, right? You need to say nice words and give him or her lots of compliments. When you don't know what else to say, just give them best compliments. Just that you're so beautiful and you're so young and you're so gorgeous, kind of thing. People will like that, no matter what age they are. Right? It is for girls and for boys. I think it's also useful to just say nice words to them. So please help me to say some nice words to me to boost my confidence and my power to keep on doing this, okay? And for the raining. Okay, who else doesn't want to win in this life, right? I think everybody wants to win, no matter in job, in career, in life, or in relationship. We all want to win. We all want to be the side that have all the benefits. People are so selfish sometimes. They want everybody to win. So this is their philosophy with the business. So I think we'll get it. What kind of person we are, what kind of culture we have in our organization, right? So win, I think Chinese culture is really deep and profound. So sometimes we're wondering how we can find out some meaningful answers in these characters, because it is quite weird. Because in English learning, we can just see the words that they contain each alphabet, then we can know the pronunciation, right? So we know, oh, these are new words, but from the alphabet it contains that we can almost get what the pronounce is like. So it's really easy to learn English, but for the Chinese, sometimes it's quite difficult for you to have the imagination about that. Um, if you come across a new word, it's really difficult for you to have some clue on their characters. You need to just look up a dictionary. That may help you. So for reading, it or it is it already shows in the characters, you know, how to become a winner in how to become a winner. Have you ever think of this question? I think every person who wants to have a good life will think of this question because um, this is what we people are. We want to have all the benefits, but we don't want to take effort. We want to have everything. Like we want to gamble. We don't need to take a lot of effort to win, right? But that is not winning. That is just some kind of falling down. Because at the end of the day, you won't be happy if you get something that you don't need to take effort. You know? So the winning, this character, it has five parts. The core part is their mouth. We all know that everybody in this world has a mouth. Some people use it to say nice words. Some people to use it to say bad words. So just like I told you that if you want to make friends with Chinese people, you need to say a lot of nice words. So don't be mean to other people. Just say a lot of nice words. I think you will win in your life. You will die. You will not die. And for the upper parts of the mouth, there is a part of Wang. It means that, it tells us that um have some kind of awareness of dangers. Because we people, we are so lazy, right? If we have everything, we just want to lie down. Because nowadays there is a word, "tumping." So, but it is a negative word. It means that nowadays in Chinese society, there's so many people, they have a lot of peer pressure and the very high prices of the house prices. And it is really takes a lot of money to raise a baby, to raise your family. And some youth, they just give up. They just lie down, right? And it is not a good attitude. I think no matter, I don't want to be the one who like to teach some lessons, but I just want to show you my experience, my feelings of this phenomenon. Because when you are in a five-tier city, there are a lot of people who are really thumping. Maybe they have, even though they're not that rich, but um, they just don't want to take a lot of efforts. I just I just don't understand sometimes people from the five-tier city why they are so relaxing about the future. Like they don't need to work hard. They don't need to earn money. Like mm, they can just spend the day purposely to doing nothing. And I used to be one of them, but I start to have some awareness is that, you know, even though we are girls, I think we need to make our own money to support ourselves. Even though I have a husband, I don't want to just ask my husband for money, and it is like it is not made me feel good about myself. I think I'm a human being. I'm an independent human being. If I can make money, so I just make money. If I can work hard, I just work hard to on what I want to achieve by things that I like, right? So nothing is certain for forever. If we have the things we had right now. We should just be grateful and just respect, have some respect for others who make it happen. So it is the more we need to pay attention to saying more nice words to people and to have some awareness of dangers. And the down part is the character of the third character is the in the left part is the character of year. It means time management. You know, I'm really a loser in managing my time, honestly. So because I'm not good at multitasking because if I have a lot of things going on and the result is that I cannot do them well anymore because you know we always think that before I have a feeling that maybe we can live forever. I just spend the day doing nothing in holiday, and people around me keep telling me life is short, life is short, life is short, life is really short. We only have like 30,000 days to live. At most, we can live to 70 years old. So in this so short life being lifetime, for me, I want to do something. Maybe to change things, maybe to tell people who I really am, who I really am, or or just be proud that I'm Chinese, right? Um, I know some of people they are not proud that they are Chinese, but I think they don't know who they really are. You know, as a Chinese people, I'm proud of our culture. I'm proud of our our people. I think there are a lot of good people. You know, even though there are some bad people, but every society does, right? So in the Western world, I also like the Western culture. I think Chinese culture they are different. They're different. They're very different. I think Chinese culture is the foundation of human being to become a healthy people. It 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 can help you to to think, to do things in like 道和术 the relationship of 道和术的关系。I think Chinese culture is more like Dao, and the Western culture is more like Shu. We can use Western method because they are really um, pioneer in this area, especially in management, in economic, and in financial sector. There are a lot of methods there we can borrow to learn to make it work for our own society. But the Chinese culture, I know for some foreigner, uh, they are really like Chinese culture. They know that it can help them to have an individual brain, to have an individual mind, to um, you know just help them how to think, how to deal with relationships. For example, 道德经, you know, uh, sometimes it's difficult for you to talk about Dao because things that can be talked about, it is not Dao at all, right? So I really like the second chapter of Dao De Jing is that 夫为不居是以佛去. It's a little bit difficult for foreigner friends, but it has an English version. If you want to read, I can tell you which book to buy. So it is Chinese culture that I really like about, and during the time I feel really low and not energetic. I think the Chinese culture give me a lot of nutrition for me to stand up to fight against myself. You know, with the process that I grow up, I start to think that the true enemies is ourselves. Before, we will think that our competitors is other people, but now the greatest enemy is ourselves. No, it is true. It is so true that I feel really great about it. And so going back to our friend, just now I talk about the time management, right? So if we can manage our time, we can manage our life, and we can manage that the money we make, right? So I think the business world is, even though it is really cruel sometimes, but it has to be because it is like a war place. People fight or die. People live or die, right? So it is like that. The strongest people survive, and the weakest people they die. It is cruel, but it is the world where it is. And the middle part is the character of base, means the seizure, the money. I think we all know the relationship between winning and money situation. Right? So rich people, poor people. No, I have wrote a book, Poor Dad, Rich Dad. They have really different method to teach the next generation. A poor dad will tell his son to save money, to not spend money relentlessly. But a rich dad, the mindset is totally different. So if you want to make money, you need to make your head, make your brain a rich dad brain. Because it's not what we do, use our hand, is that we make money. It's the brain that we have that decide whether we can make money or not. I also recommended by a friend who said 小狗钱钱. This book, it can also help us to adjust our mindset, that people with rich dad mindset, they will sort out the money into 4 categories, because they will use their map or use their chart to just figure out their expenses, their income, their assets, and their expenses. Rich people, they will buy assets, and poor people, they just spend money relentlessly, right? So what's the point of buying assets? Because assets can they can grow, they can become expensive. That is why they call assets. Like houses, in the past 10 years, houses is a great asset for a family, because as long as they have not just one house, they will feel like they are really safe, right? It's safer than you putting money in the bank, because the interest rate in saving is not really high. And if you invest your money in the houses, because the houses price is soaring in the recent years, so after the prices go up, and they sell the house, and they can earn a lot of money. So for the people who they just start to invest, maybe they don't have a lot of money to buy a house, and they can just start small, right? So how can the poor people have a rich dad mindset? It's really a great challenge for people to change their mindset, because everything is mindset. When you are living life, what kind of life you're living today is the way you think you are going to live. So mindset is everything. And the character of band means ordinary people. Ordinary people. So winning means you need to win as an ordinary people. Isn't that weird? No, not at all. You know, winning as a ordinary people it is also about mindset. I think it tells us that we need to be a modest person, even though we are really great. And there are always greater people. Even though, I think my English is fluent, but there are always some people that they can speak English better than me, right? So I need to be modest, right? If I'm number one, nobody can be better than me. I cannot win, right? So, um, you know, it's quite a. I think I'm just telling myself a lesson just now. So I think this part is almost here, and I'm going to take a break. See you soon in 5 minutes. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Mm. Chelsea. Now I would like to introduce our company, our products, and some history about the knife and tool industry in Yangjiang City. So, as for Yangjiang City, it is a western city in the Guangdong province, and it is a very beautiful coastal city. Even though it is really a tranquil, quiet place, but you know it has already 400 years of history of knife and tools making. So I can tell you a set of numbers that you can have a quite clear impression on why this industry is uh, so phenomenal. Why I can have this courage to promote our company in this city to the people from all over the world. You know, the annual output of Noventure in China, only in Yangjiang, it is to 50 billion RMB, and it covers the domestic output of like 70%, and at the same time, it covers the uh, foreign trade output like 80%. So as you can see, it is really a mature industry going on here. And our company is one of those companies that focus on innovation, creativity, and focus on making products to satisfy customers' needs. And I can tell you that we have already 20 years of experience in foreign trade industry. It is very rare for a company who has run for 20 years and we're still uh, growing. And we have a team of like uh, dozens of creative and innovative young designers and a group of energetic and enthusiastic professional sales representatives. And I think it is really a great hope for us to reach out to different nations from this platform. And I am really grateful that I can be the one who shared this great news with you. And as for knives, right, in front of me, there are all kinds of knives. Some of them are sushi knives, some of them are chef knife, so charcoal knife, and uh, vegetable knives. And not only this, and we can also search all the products that that you want. Um, and because we are the lead lab representative of this industry, so I think we have this qualification and confidence to guide you that how this industry is going in the recent years. You know, an industry, if it has developed into some kind of period, I think it is quite a key phase for it to move to a new level. And so our government, our local government, really pay attention to this industry because it can connect to other industry. Also, it provide a lot of position to people who are in this industry. And also, if we help this industry to move up to a high level, I think it will lead other section to become more and more smoothly, right? And as we can see, if you search win uh, in the search box, there are a lot of children well coming out, and I want to point it out that you need to add young in behind so you can notice, right? So and the knives and tools that we are providing for you, and it is the it is the representative of our high quality and great commitment into this industry. And in this recent years, our government wanted to promote the whole industry as the name card for the Yangjiang city. And so, how are we going to achieve that? I think there are some measures. Firstly, we need to invest a lot of money into this industry, right? So, what are we going to use this money? I think mainly spend this money on buying new machines to uh, fasten the production capacity, right? To reduce some labor in some really mechanical position, and then also to introduce some high technology. So in this high technology, I think it is really quite crucial. Is that because high end technology is really important for for industry to grow to next level. Because people just because people just know that they they need this high end technology to um, to make them go to another level. And we all know that in the human history, there are three technology innovation going on, right? So people just they not only they not only just to so they not only just to help our economic development to go to the next level, but also quite friendly to our next development because with the high-end technology, it will be quite um, it will be quite fundamental for us to just stay in the line, stay in this line, and I think it takes quite a lot of time for us to just join this area to be a leader, right? Because we cannot just be a leader because we if we want to be a leader in our district, the crucial part is that we have our unique technology that nobody can replace us, and also we need to have some talent that nobody can because we need to attract more people, attract more talents um, to achieve the things we want to achieve. So I think we need to be really uh, grateful that we are in this position that our government is so supportive this industry we can we can just introduce high-end technology to empower our production capacity. In the past years, our company also introduced the laser cutting technology um, to attract to use on the blade making to make the blade more sharp and hard and really quite um, bright for people to use in their daily life. Um, as we can see that uh, no matter what we do, we as long as we keep pursuing excellence, I think we will get a lot of surprises out of there, right? So, mm, if we keep growing in this industry, that will be quite great. That will make a lot of things happen for ourselves. So, you know, we should not just make us to focus on some bad impacts on new technology. People will think that maybe it's quite it costs a lot of money just if we just um, you know if we just make a lot of people to believe that they will just focus on doing small things, tiny things, and I believe that nobody will stay in the same place ever and ever again, right? So that's we should not just we should just focus on innovation and creativity and provide value to our customers. I think it is the essence of why we are here, and as long as we can stay focused and stay quite um stay quite mature with what we do, we will become quite strong in what we do. So I think we should not worry about the outcome. We should just keep going. And want to tell you a story that um, I often heard some story from my father when I was young. It is that when my father was a child, he will um, often he will have some bad news from the government. They are trying to break down the 地主, just people who owns land and money, and they will, you know, they will just not focus on doing what they did, and they'll become quite not productive in some in some in some places, right? So people will think that we have the right methods going on, and everything will happen naturally. So I strongly believe that no matter what we did and no matter who we are, there are some rules going on. There are always some things that will help us to grow, help us to arrive where we want to go. And as we can see, the things that we are achieving right now is that it is because that we worked really hard in the past. So I think we should not worry that people will judge us. And we should just follow our heart to pay a lot of efforts on what we did and just keep focused, keep doing what we did. And last night I attended an event organized by the e-commerce institution. It is a public speech activity, and I find a lot of young people are attending this kind of activity. I think it is really good for the growth because mm, we will always want to have some kind of mm, method that we need to achieve when this process is underway. I, I'm not the one who really good at public speaking, but I, I always want to push myself to face the crowd, to face the masses, and to tell people who I really am. And even though, you know, at my age, because I was a snake, you know, people will ask, people will worry about your marriage, and people will worry about you become older. But in my mind, there is no age or there is no this kind of worry. I I did not worry about my age at all. And conversely, I start to think I'm more charming compared to who I was used to be. When I was in my 20s, I don't think I'm charming, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy at all. But when I start to become 30s, I start to feel, when I look in the mirror, I start to feel I'm really beautiful. And it is from my heart, I think I'm beautiful. Before, I always get that I'm beautiful from other people. I need recognition from other people, but I'm not confident that I'm beautiful or not. But when I start to feel I'm beautiful now, nobody think I'm not beautiful anymore, you know. So I don't think age is an obstacle for our women. People will think, oh, you are getting older. You're not charming anymore. But I don't have this kind of worry. I think that is why I look young compared to my peers. I always think women can be can be sexy, can be charming as they grow older. It is not. I shouldn't say old. I should say as the time passes on. So I think differently with most of the people, especially with people from local Yangjiang. Um, they cannot see your opinion. They just use their opinion to judge you. So sometimes, um, because we are already a different kind of people, so sometimes I will think the world is so big. You shouldn't be worried. The opinions from a local small town. Who do you want to learn from? You want to learn from the local people, or you want to learn from excellent people from the outer world, right? So I think I'm strong and confident enough to to live my own life, to live my life to the fullest. And I start to take initiative to defend my dream. I don't want to stay in the comfort zone, even though I am afraid, I am scared. I will embrace these emotions and admit that I am scared. I am afraid. I'm afraid of failure because I'm human being. Sometimes I will have a lot of fears. So I think it's quite a mature way of thinking. Marriage is not our marriage uh, is not our final destination. To become a strong self is our final destination. To surround by great people is our final destination. To live up to your standard is your final destination. To fight hard to defend your dream is your final destination. I feel like I'm giving a public speech. Okay, so you know, I always think sometimes I'm really different from most of the people, but I'm not afraid that I will be like I will be too different. Um, because we are different. Everybody is different. So there is nothing to compare with other people. Just follow your heart and follow your passion. Just make friends who have the same interests, have the same values with you. Even though people hurt you, be tolerant, even though um, even though that we sometimes we will lose our courage, we'll lose our direction. I think it's really real, especially when we are start something new, something that nobody you can follow nobody's example. Sometimes it's really difficult for you to imagine which road to take. It's normal to be afraid. So I strongly, I strongly recommend you to come with me to embrace the fear you have. It's like I'm giving you a psychological lesson, but actually I'm doing a business promotion to persuade you to buy our products, to persuade you to become a business partner. So don't get it wrong. I'm just trying to give you a hip hypnosis technique I just learned a couple of days ago, and I am quite I'm quite I feel quite interested and I'm really curious of people from different world, how they do business, how they do marketing, how they sell to their customers. I have a great curiosity on different households in different nations, how they live their daily life, how they raise their babies. So maybe our channel can be not just products, not just knife, but also about human beings. So I feel like you will be attracted to our content, be attracted by me, right? And you know, sometimes we will think that um, last night a friend discussed with me about some weakness that we had. Um, it feels like we really I really had some shortcoming, you know. I because my own background, because my own experience, I always feel like we have different we have different taste. Also the different mindset. Um, because of that, I always want to show you that it is very natural for people to love and hate. And now I start to feel like I don't have that kind of emotion at all. Um, and I also feel that environment is really important for people to grow. So don't settle down, keep searching for the right soil for you to grow. And but I also recommend that our company has a really good environment for people to just do what they want to do. It is really a free and relaxed environment. If you truly have some thought, you want to make it into action, you know. And people will think my characteristic is because I is because I'm getting into my 30s. I feel I'm not charming. Actually, it is not right because my character was always like this since I was a little girl. It is not because other people, it is because of myself. Even though at that time I have a lot of pursuers, I have a boyfriend, I still don't feel the motivation to change. So I think my inner motive is not on other people, it's on my inner self. Ever since I start to find my inner self, my inner strength, I start to change. I start to take initiative to manage my life, to want to be a better self, to want to live a better life, and to have a better life partner, you know. So I don't blame people for they have not wrong judgment on you. People will always think that you are not married in this age. Maybe you have some kind of issues that going around. Mm. When when those problem arises, I don't explain at all because only you know what is going on with you, right? So you don't need to live in other people's recognition, or you don't need to live up to other people's judgment. You just live up to your own expectation. And I always like Wang Fei. I think she is really extraordinary singer. She is a famous singer in China. She has a really great personality. She also likes Buddhism. And Buddhism in or Taoism or Christianity, I think there are different kind of faith to guide people to navigate the up and downs in our life. And Buddhism is teach people to be a better person, and also it helps you to have a peaceful heart inside of you. And you know, so a couple of days ago I talked about Dao Shenghe Fu. He is a excellent entrepreneur who knows that nothing is outside. Everything is happening inside of your heart. So you need to pay attention to what you're thinking. What's in your mind is quite important. It's really, really crucial. What you are thinking will become your reality. And just now a friend texted me that every action of us comes from two kinds of emotion. One is love, the other is fear. So if we do things out of love, we will feel peaceful. If we do things out of fear, it will cause us a lot of anxieties. You know. So I want to tell all the people that I have met, all the people that have known me, I love you guys, no matter what you have done for me. You are helping me. Thank you very much. And so talking about our products, you can see the longest name with the sushi name. It's really I every time I see sushi name, I feel happy, truly happy. Maybe it is because I love sushi. You know, I just thank you, Japanese people, you guys create sushi, this amazing food. I really hope I can go to Japan again. Um, you know, I always admire Japanese people for their attitude towards work. They are so focused, have a lot of commitment in what they do. I have two Japanese friends when I in Vietnam, and they are learning Vietnamese language with me together. And I really adore them, not only because they are cute and beautiful girls, but also because their attitude towards learning. They are never late for class, and um, they are really focused on what they do. And I learn things from them too, that kind of attitude. appreciate us greatly just to just to learn them well. And people will think that kind of method in this society is really a waste of time. You know, we just need to know a little bit of things that we can make money, that we can just make money, even though we don't know much about what we did. As long as we can attract our customer, it is a skill, it is a necessary skill. I think in some senses it is true. We really can attract some people even though we are not a professional in some kind of area. But if we want to go far, it is not a good attitude. So, you know, I I have a dream is that I wish I can go to different countries to work or to travel. And I want to live in different countries to experience different lives. So I hope I can make some good friends here in this platform. And I also want to be helpful to you to provide the products that you need. And behind me, there's some tableware, some tools for the kitchen. Um, Today, the weather is quite rainy. It just rains. These days in Henan province, there is a flooding. It is quite bad. And I give the best wishes to the people in Henan province. And these days we also have the Olympic Games. And I want to share with you the favorite sport that I like about Olympic. I like ping pong. And I play ping pong since I was in primary school. Because so I I really like playing ping pong because it, not only because I'm good at it, but also because it is a way to uh, just like a communication you have with your rival, right? You can just see the other person as your rival, so it is like create a phenomenon that you're dealing with your rival, right? So I have a friend who who is a lot better than me on playing ping pong, and he is always trying to teach me some philosophy when playing ping pong with me. And I found out that the things he told me is useful in other areas too. And when I'm playing ping pong with him, I feel like I am a green bird because he's really, really good. And I actually, even though I play ping pong since I was in primary school, the way I hold the board is not correct. And sometimes I will really want to uh, win my rival. I'm really eager to win. And he told me that you you need to relax your mood, relax your state, and you need to adjust your position, your gesture, and you know, as long as you have the right gesture, as long as you grasp the technique, as long as you know, have a show a nice state, show a nice mood. Nothing. Even though you don't want to win, you'll win eventually. So you don't need to want to win. You just need to have an ordinary heart. Just just focus on yourself, just doing what you need to do. Just keep your nice gesture, become beautiful, be elegant. Even though you don't want to win, you will win eventually. It is what he told me. And at that time, I really admire him. You know, he's not only good at playing ping pong, but also good at playing chess and good at choreography. And he is good at management, human resources. I told a joke on him that if he is a female, if he is a lady, I think that a lot of guys will be attracted by her. But he is a man. And he read a lot, really a lot. And he has really great mastery in English too. And I didn't find out until he told me that he can read in English. And we had a relationship. And but we are just common friends, you know. But he really did teach a lot of things to me too. I think in my life I will always come across some people, they teach me a lesson. Even though maybe at the end they left me or they go into another direction. Maybe for some reason I didn't connect with them anymore. They are still in my heart. Maybe in some time in the future we will unite again. So I always think life is like a magic, or life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get next. And I think life is also really magical. I don't think I'm just lucky, but also I have a good heart. I never hurt people. So I think God like me. Um, I now here I really miss a friend. I didn't know how is he right now or something. I think I will give him a call in the evening. He is really a man with great wisdom. I I don't know why I have so many male friends, you know. I feel like I was always surrounded by many male friends, but also I have some female friends. But I like to I like to talk with male friends because males thought they can influence you in a bigger way. When talking um, with a with a male friend, you know, you can learn a lot about some wisdom of life. But unfortunately, most of them are married. But sometimes I think, why I can't make friends with married men? I don't think it's against law, right? As long as I don't hurt people. as long as I keep a kind heart, I don't hurt any people. It is really natural for I to make friends, whoever they are. Even though they are poor or they're rich, they're female, male, they marry, not marry, I don't think it can limit us to choose friends. So maybe it is because I'm too beautiful. People lose some safety, right? I got jealous. Sometimes I will be, sometimes some girls really are jealous. I know. But it's quite wonderful that people are jealous of you. That's because you are valuable. So I I think just be you, be yourself. Just be yourself and stay true to yourself and have a good heart. Keep going, keep growing. Um, be happy, be nice to people. I'm really good at teaching lessons. I want to share you a story about about what? Let me see. About a little girl. She really has a really good heart. You know, she even though when she was young, she was sent to her relatives. Her relatives made her live in a small, live in a place where near the dog. I think it is used to live by dog because it is really smelly. Yeah, so but she made her room really beautiful and she ordered the things in a um, really good order. I came to visit her. I live with her in the small room. I feel really touched by her because no matter what life gave her, even though it is a bad thing, it is not a fancy thing, she will try her best to make it sing, to make it um, to make it a nice place to for herself. It's really a good technique, you know, because sometimes life will give us bad ingredients, but we also need to make a delicious meal out of it, right? Because if if life give you a really good ingredients, if you don't have the ability to make a delicious meal, it will be then it will be a great pity. You know? So I I'm really touched by this little girl. So every time she is like my role model. So I think I am always influenced by some great people around me. They're so strong. They just always here. They just find out every opportunity to serve other people. Hmm? Okay. So now we are going to have a break now. We'll see you in 5 minutes. See you. Okay. Thank you. 你知道这个是什么吗？
少冰淇淋的。
哦，
我瞎说的啊。
好像有点像哈，
是吗？
就是
为什么要
这样，
加一个这个夹？
就是它把它会刮不下来。对，
一样的。
嗯嗯。 森林，你觉得那些户外刀好不好卖？嗯嗯嗯，小众是吧？嗯嗯嗯。馬唔碌扮練起剪頭髮，nhắc 唔再到阿妹那個。 你會撈啲糖定冇茶飯？晚上去见你舅舅哦。嗯，剪剪头发。我以前当老师的时候，我讲课我经常会忘记了时间的，就在那里一直讲，一直讲，一直讲，一直讲，就是讲到自己都陶醉。然后人家学生不乐意，
他们还不累。
也没有时间给他们休息。而且我还要减肥，我想练那个马甲线，就是我要练成，我要练力量，练力量。嗯，就练了力量之后，我觉得状态会好很多，比较有力量感。Okay, let's start the last part. Oh, wait a minute. 开了是吧？ Is it on? Okay, welcome to Children Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Chelsea. And now I would like to share things about our company, our products, and some knife and culture, you know. So first part, our company, right? So behind me is the logo and the brand name of our company. As you can see, it is a it is called Tripwin. In Chinese, it is called Sen Ying. So you know, um, when people will easily understand the word win, right? So what is feels like to have three win in our daily life? So our boss explanation is that you win, I win, everybody wins. So it is not just a double win-win relationship. It is a triple win relationship. Isn't that perfect? Um, so so this is the philosophy to do our business. I think it is a great wisdom that is showing here. So as you can see from our company logo, it contains three L, I'm guessing. So it shows us the winning that we won. It is a happy result for everybody. So I think in this business world, um, there are a lot of things going on every day. People fight against each other, right? People will people will just think that we not just we're just here to earn money. We're just here to sell our products. I think it is the not wise way to do business. You know, I have met a lot of bosses and entrepreneurs. Those success people, they had a mindset that they're not just selling products, they're selling a lifestyle. Just like Apple, they're not just selling their iPhone, they're selling a new kind of like, lifestyle. So I have a seen from a tech talk. It is a why, how, what. You know, people have a mission. They will think why they are doing this and how they will do it well and what it is right now. So we will often ask ourselves these three questions is that like what we are. So we are a knife manufacturer, right? How we how does we why stop 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 it. So how we there I want to do I want to do some interview show. Um so how do we uh how do we achieve that? How do we achieve that? So you know and why we are doing what we do, right? So it is a how can we achieve the goal? So by making the product that our partners want, right? By it is a method. By what kind of method? So we also need to ask why we doing what we do, right? So why? It is it only because we want to make money, so we make our products and sell to our customers to earn the profit? You know, you know, in Apple companies, Stephen Jobs he had some interesting answers about why, how, what. No, what. So they are a cell phone manufacturer, right? They're making and they're producing and selling these kind of products and accessories. And how they achieve that? They achieve that by by doing research in the markets and making the products that people truly want, right? So why do they do that? Um, if we ask the question deep enough, why? It is really a powerful question, why you doing what you do? What kind of motive you have in your heart? Is that power can keep you going to your direction? If only by making money. If I told you that I only do this job because of money, how does that sound? Or I told you that I do this because I think I can serve people, I can help people, or provide them with a better lifestyle. some people, some realistic people, they will think it is quite fake, you know, because it is fake sometimes, right? But it is real also. People with mission, they will always add meaning on what they are doing. We heard the stories that three people they are carrying some bricks build a to build a great house or great building, right? So a person came to ask them a question: is that why did you what were you doing? Why did you why did you do what you did? The first person said he he was building a he was building a house, right? He was building a house. So, and the second person said mm, he he just wanted to he just did what the boss told him to do, and the third person said he was building a city. So by these different answers, we can see the different motives in different people. People with different mindsets, they will achieve different results. Um, so it depends on people's background and their experience, right? So we cannot just blame people for the narrow mindset, but as we are here, so we are not just selling our knives products. We're also trying to um, selling our values, our attitude towards life to the friends from overseas. Um, and I think we not only uh, selling our products, but also trying to uh, sell our culture to you, because I strongly believe that our Chinese culture can be quite beneficial and useful for you to live a better life. So with our products, our knives, it is a concrete product that make you think of us, to make you think of Chinese culture. So why am I doing this? I think it is because my experience. I think I'm really benefit from Chinese culture. When I was really in a low confidence, uh, the Chinese culture gave me strength, gave me nutrition to face the up and downs of life. Um, so after why, of course, I want to make money by doing what I do, by doing what I do right now. So right, we also want to provide value at the same time. We make our living by doing what we do. Um, so that's why we are here in this YouTube platform. I think YouTube is a great channel for us to reach people from every corner of this world. And even though we just start and it's a long journey, and I think we will get to some place. And as for the different kind of products we are offering right now, I think you cannot just if you are really interested in doing business with us, I think you can leave a message in the comment box, or you can just leave your email address and your request for code and your request, and we will have our team member to reply to you. So by this time, we have already gone through 20 years of business, and we have a team of creative designers and professional sales representatives to serve our clients. And I hope in the near future you can come to visit us in our hometown, in our beautiful hometown. I will sure, I will be really happy to show you some good places and show you some delicious snack of my hometown. Um, I think I'm doing this because some nostalgia, because I am a teacher. I used to be an English teacher. I'm going to get a qualification of being a trainer. And my just when I first came back to my hometown, there are a lot of suspicion going on in my mind. I feel like I will never have a boyfriend in my hometown. It's impossible for me to find my Mr. Right here. I used to have this thought, but now I have a fame just come from nowhere that even though I'm in this fine tire city, I will meet my Mr. Right someday in the future. Um, I, all my classmates from junior high school, from primary school, or from senior high school, even from my university, most of them have got married and have their babies. And sometimes when I watch their moments, I feel like, oh my God, um, what have I been through? Why I'm falling behind? I feel like I have different experience with them, and I feel like I have already lived in a different world. And then I I start to think really deeply. What's happening here? Why I don't want to get married before? Now I understand myself a lot more. You know, I'm scared. I used to be really scared of getting married, having babies. It's like a burden, great burden. I feel like if I'm too selfish, if I just got married to settle down with a person, I don't know what that thought comes from. I just have the feeling that um, I should follow my heart. Sometimes I don't know this where this will lead me in the future, where this feeling will lead me in the future. But when I think of uh, Stephen Jobs' speech, he said, when we look behind, look backwards, and then we will connect the dots. You know, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I sometimes I will think, even though we don't know what will happen in the future, and we only know they are connected when we look backwards in some point of time in the future. So I feel like I should just relax and play around, you know. Uh, I think God have order arrangement for us, for each of us. Don't use your brain to think. Use your heart to feel. I feel like I'm really, I'm really like I'm giving a public speech here, you know. And I think, I think I'm very happy right now because I have my mom, I have my sister, and we have a house, and I have my spare time. I have a group of friends, and even though sometimes I feel lonely, but I will always have some friends who can accompany me. So, so I I'm pretty confident about the future, and you know, I always think I am the bridge. We are the bridge to connect China to the rest of the world. Even though it is really a high altitude, it is like the job of our president Xi Jinping. But everybody is the owner of this amazing land, right? I think President Xi will be really happy that we are trying to do his job, help him to do his job. Maybe someday I will get a chance to meet him and tell him that I have this dream to help you to connect China with the rest of the world. I think he will be really happy. So sometimes I'm really naive and try this, but it doesn't hurt, right? Just like Jack Ma, Mr. Teacher Ma, he said, we should have a dream. What if it came true? So for me, I am a girl who from a really mountain area. I I think I'm the only one who went to a key university in my village. So the people from my village, they are really proud of me. And I also want to make them proud that when I um when I, when I did something that can be useful to my hometown, even though I'm quite ordinary, I'm quite small. By taking step by step, eventually it will go somewhere. Um, just in this amazing era, I think miracle will happen. And you know, I'm a person who just I don't know 天高地厚 sometimes. I just I'm just too brave sometimes. You know, there is a time when the COVID-19 is really serious. Uh, you know, people we have some foreign visitors coming to our city, and a lot of people will be scared to be the translator for the foreigners. But I volunteer to go. I'm not scared. Sometimes I'm really brave, and sometimes I have too many anxiety and worries that what if I fail? What if I'm lonely all of my life? And and just now my friend told us that we need to embrace our emotions. Embrace them. No matter you are scared, you are weak, you are vulnerable, just embrace these emotions. Be friends with them because they come to protect you. They are not coming to hurt you. As long as you embrace them and have these voices in your head, then you keep going forward. Because we all live with different voices in our heads. Sometimes in our own head, sometimes in the society, different voices. What do? We just live with them and find some inner strength from deep in our heart. I think I'm getting really mature now. You know, 1 year ago, I think I'm really not mature at all. I don't look like my age. I don't act like my age. I asked my teacher, what happened to me? Why I don't look like my age? I don't act like my age. And he told me, don't worry. You will soon become mature. You will soon become a person who can take great responsibility. I just don't know why these people they're so good at encouraging people, you know. I think I'm getting mature. Thank you for listening here. And we will see you tomorrow. This is Children Channel. Welcome to subscribe us. And if you like our channel, don't forget to give us a lot of thumbs up. And we will have a lot of things coming up here and hope you will keep paying attention to us. Bye bye.